Susan.
I'll be with you in a moment.
You know, Tobago's a beautiful little island, isn't it, Evans?
Certainly is small, sir.
They say Robinson Crusoe was shipwrecked on this island.
Captain, stop the ship. Don't go any closer to that island.
You're out of bounds, Miss Nugent. Now, you and Cedric leave this bridge immediately.
Oh, but, sir, if you go any closer to Tobago, it means the end of Susanna.
The end of who?
Susanna Pomeroy, our beloved social director. There's a man waiting to marry her on that palm-covered booby trap.
Do you know what she's saying?
Well, sir, she's trying to tell you that...
She thinks she's in love with Gilbert Leeds, who lives in Tobago.
And the moment we dock, she's going to desert the ship and all of it.
And marry Gilbert and settle down and raise sugar cane. Oh, Captain, you've just got to cancel our stop at the island.
This isn't the first time that Miss Pomeroy was going to get married. She'll get over this just like she did the last time.
Oh, but she's really hooked this time, isn't she, Cedric?
She's flipped a crumpet over this bloke, sir.
She's even sent a radiogram to the Home Office about flying down a replacement for her.
Over my head? Over this bridge now, on the double, both of you. Evans, have you ever thought of what it would be like on the Ocean Queen without Miss Pomeroy?
No, I haven't, sir.
No problems, no furor. Every day just calm and serene.
Sounds dull, doesn't it, sir?
Susan, you're not really going to marry Gilbert, are you?
I am, if he still feels the same way about me that he did in New York 2 months ago.
But you hardly know him. You only had 3 dates with him before he went back to Tobago.
Miss Pomeroy.
Captain Huxley, well, I guess this is goodbye.
Miss Pomeroy, you're not really going to go through with this.
Yes, sir. I'm giving up the 7 C's for the C of matrimony.
Susanna, I don't see Gilbert down there anywhere.
Well, he doesn't know I'm coming. I'm going over to the aquatic club and surprise him.
Susanna, can't I go with you?
You give us an hour together, alone, and then you come over and I'll introduce you, huh?
Miss Pomeroy, you know, I think you're making a big mistake.
Oh, no, I'm not. But I'm going to miss you, sir. And Nugie, and Cedric, and all the wonderful times we've had together on the Ocean Queen.
Well, then, how can you give it all up?
Well, if you knew Gilbert, you'd understand.
I put your luggage in the taxi.
Oh, thank you, Cedric. Well, goodbye. Goodbye, Captain Huxley. Are you sure you're still in love with me?
More than ever, darling.
But you know so little about me. You don't even know what I do for a living.
Oh, that's not important anymore. But there is something about me that I must tell you.
Well, that tone of voice means you're wanted either by the police, your draft board, or your wife. I hope it's the police.
Susanna, I was engaged to someone else before I met you.
Well, you don't have to tell me about it if you don't want to. But you want to, don't you?
Her name was Paula.
Oh?
Yeah, we met on a South Pacific cruise.
Oh.
She was the ship's social director.
Oh. You know...
We'd been at sea only a couple of weeks. I fell in love with her and asked her to marry me.
And I thought I worked fast.
Then I found out she had boyfriends in every port. Why, she was no more serious about me than she was about them. I should have known better than to fall in love with the ship's social director.
Why don't we talk about something more pleasant?
I'm sorry, Susanna. By the way, living.
Susanna, I waited an hour, but here I am.
Oh, Nugie. Auntie Nugie.
Auntie Nugie.
Auntie Nugie, I'd like you to meet Gilbert Leeds.
Oh, how do you do? Darling, you never told me you had an Auntie Nugie.
She never told me either.
Now, this is no time for jokes. Auntie Nugie and I are traveling together. She's horribly wealthy, but oh, so lonely. And I try to bring a little sunshine into her dismal life.
Speaking of sunshine, I think you've had a little too much.
I'm glad you're here for the wedding. You can give Susanna away.
Give me away. Oh, yes. Oh, Gilbert, that's a wonderful idea. I know she's dying to get back to the ship. I'll be right back. You've got to clip your coupons. Huh?
Susanna, what on earth?
I'll explain later. Just keep out of sight. Bye-bye, Auntie Nugie. Have fun.
Darling, does your aunt always seem so confused?
Let's forget about Auntie Nugie and concentrate on us.
Well, you eavesdropping, Miss Nugent?
Oh, Captain Huxley, am I glad you're here. Susanna's acting so weird.
Well, for Miss Pomeroy, that's perfectly normal. I thought I'd have a little talk with her. Maybe I could change her mind.
Well, good luck, but I'm warning you. You'll probably wind up an uncle.
Darling, I told you about Paula. Is there anything about yourself that I should know?
Yes, there is. I don't know how to swim. Will you teach me?
I'd love to. Oh, I'd better go change into a pair of trunks.
Miss Pomeroy!
Oh, Captain Cox of the SS President Wilson. How are you?
Captain Cox. You know very well I'm Captain Huxley of the Ocean Queen.
Oh, that's right. I make so many cruises that I get my captains all mixed up.
Miss Pomeroy, I don't know what kind of a game you're playing, but I want you back on the ship at once.
Hey, now, just a minute. What gives you the right to talk to my fiancée that way?
What do you mean, what gives me the right?
No. You see, he's just upset because I refused to sit at the captain's table for dinner last night.
The captain? That does it. I wouldn't have you back on the Ocean Queen if this whole island was sinking.
Couldn't you make her change your mind, Captain?
I have just set Miss Pomeroy adrift. She is no longer a member of our team.
Susanna, maybe we ought to postpone our wedding until we get to know each other better.
Oh. You mean you're worried about Auntie Nugie and Captain Huxley?
Well, I just want to be sure it's the real thing this time.
Oh. In other words, you have some doubts about me.
No, but why don't you and Auntie Nugie finish the cruise, and then I'll meet you in New York in a couple of months?
Well, I have a better idea. Let's forget the whole thing. Robinson Crusoe might have enjoyed being stranded on this island, but I don't. Come on, Nugie, help me pack.
Well, I may regret this, Miss Pomeroy, but all right, I'll give you another chance.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, welcome aboard.
Oh, as you were. Now get back on the job, both of you.
Aye, sir. Oh, Nugie. From now on, I'm going to be the best social director afloat.
Do you mean that you're definitely through with Gilbert?
Definitely. Why, if I ever so much as set eyes on him again,
Susanna.
Gilbert! Oh!
Oh, darling, the minute you walked away, I knew I couldn't live without you.
Susanna, You're supposed to be through with him, remember?
Oh, run along, Auntie Nugie. It's time for your bubble bath.
As soon as we get to New York, we'll be married.
Oh, Gilbert.
Hmm?
Oh, you can't go with me.
Why?
Well, I mean, I'm superstitious about a future bride and groom sailing on the same ship. It's bad luck.
Bad luck?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of that one.
Well, Oh, Gilbert, why don't you fly?
Oh, no, ma'am. No, indeed. I'm not going to take my eyes off you this time. Yeah, I better see about a cabin. I'll meet you in the lounge in about half an hour.
Fine. There you are, Mr. and Mrs. Cameron. I have you down for the bridge tournament this evening.
Oh, well, we don't play bridge too well, Miss Pomeroy.
Well, neither do any of the other passengers. Hey, I'll put you at the same table with Mr. and Mrs. Witherspoon. They're lots of fun.
Oh, say, isn't that the fella that came aboard at Tobago?
Oh, I thought he was getting a haircut.
Are you feeling all right, Miss Pomeroy?
Oh, I feel wonderful. I just love ocean voyages, don't you?
Enjoying yourself, darling?
Gilbert, I didn't see you coming.
Say, I forgot my sunglasses. I'll be right back.
Now then, would you be interested in seeing the fashion show this afternoon?
Excuse me, Miss Pomeroy, but I suddenly feel a bit woozy.
Well, you could...
Anything wrong, Miss Pomeroy?
Oh, no, I was just wondering about the Camerons. Well, they act so strange.
They act strange. Tell me something, Miss Pomeroy. This Mr. Leeds here, does he have anything to do about your strange behavior?
Oh, no. Hello, Gilbert. Oh, and another thing, Captain. The orchestra doesn't play enough cha-chas, and I love to cha-cha.
Cha-cha.
Isn't that right, Gilbert?
Well, yeah, if you say so, darling.
Now, see here, Miss Pomeroy.
Otherwise, I'm enjoying this cruise very much, Captain.
Susanna Pomeroy, you are leading a double life, and one of you has to get hurt. Now, you have to make a choice. Either give up your career or Gilbert. Now, do you want to be Susanna Pomeroy, career girl, or Susanna Pomeroy, blushing bride? Oh, stop blushing and make up your mind.
Susanna.
Make a decision.
Hi, Cedric. Oh, what beautiful roses.
From your husband-to-be or not to be? That is the question. And the rest of us would like to know the answer.
To be, of course. I love you, darling. Always, Gilbert.
He said to tell you he'd meet you in the lounge after his manicure.
Oh, thank you, Cedric. Manicure? Oh!
Excuse me, but could you take me now? Auntie Nugie, are you waiting for the manicurist?
I am the manicurist. Sit down and I'll try to squeeze you in before my next appointment.
Auntie, are you playing manicurist again?
Who's playing?
She's forever coming in and bribing the real manicurist to let her take over.
Susanna, what are you talking about?
You mean she just likes to give manicures?
Well, I know it's a strange complex, but she can't help it, poor darling.
It's not a complex. It's a job.
Gilbert understands. Now, don't you, Gilbert?
Well, I don't...
Now, you and I are going to have a talk later, you naughty girl. Come on. Gilbert, darling. Oh, Gilbert, you won't marry me if you find out the truth about me.
Susanna, this is Gilbert. What is the truth? You're not coming through clearly. There's too much static.
Oh, Gilbert, I know how you feel about social directors.
I like them, Susanna. That's why I love you.
No, you don't. You don't trust them.
Doesn't he? I mean...
Don't I?
If you find out I'm a social director, you go off the wedding, Gilbert.
So that's it.
And that's why she's been acting like a passenger whenever he's around.
The minute he finds out she's a social director, he'll leave her flat.
We've got to save her, sir.
We certainly have. Man, that prejudice against social directors seems very unstable to me.
Sir, I have a plan that may bring Susanna back to her senses, but we've got to work fast. You know, we dock in New York tomorrow.
Yes, I know.
But first, sir, we'll need your cooperation.
I know you'll find out sooner or later, Gilbert, so... Well, I've decided to tell you who I really am. I'm the social director on this ship. Gilbert, did you hear me? Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you, Paula.
Paula!
Oh, Susanna, forgive me. I guess I called you that because of this radiogram. I got it about an hour ago.
Paula wants to see you the minute you arrive in New York to try to clear up your misunderstanding.
No, well, of course, that's out of the question.
Is it, Gilbert? Ah, you're still in love with her, aren't you, Gilbert?
I don't know.
Of course you are. After you had your lover's quarrel, I got you on the bounce, and you just stopped bouncing.
Susanna, I didn't mean for it to work out this way.
I know you didn't. I just should know better than to get so close when a fella's carrying a torch.
Compliments of the captain.
Oh.
Captain Huxley?
He likes to keep the passengers happy.
But I'm not a passenger.
You're not?
I've been trying to tell you that I'm the ship's social director.
Social director? Oh, that can't be true.
Here comes Nugie. Hey, Nugie, come here. She'll tell you if it's true or not.
Well, my favorite niece and the man she loves.
Nugie, what is this?
Auntie Nugie, if you please.
Look, you are not my aunt. You're the ship's manicurist, and you know it.
Oh, poor child. She gets these hallucinations now and then, but they go away. Well, I'll leave you to your billing and cooing.
Well, I trust you two are enjoying the voyage.
Oh, Captain Huxley, would you please tell Gilbert who I am?
Well, of course. Miss Pomeroy is a passenger aboard this ship.
There. I'm not. I'm the ship's social director.
Really? Well, you mean that you were the ship's social director, but not anymore.
You mean I'm fired?
I believe that is the common term, yes. Well, enjoy yourselves.
Susanna, what's going on?
Well, it's sort of an old story with a new twist. Girl meets boy. Girl loses boy. Girl loses job. Gilbert, I've been looking all over for you. Will you help me get my job back?
Well, of course, Susanna. But how?
Well, I just realized that Nugie and the captain and Cedric were putting on that little act this afternoon to teach me a lesson. And they don't know anything about you and Paula. They still think that you and I are going to be married,
Well, so?
So, I'm going to make Captain Huxley beg me to come back.
You're an amazing girl, Susanna.
Natch. Well, shall we have our last dance together? But I lead.
Love to? This way.
Now remember, when Captain Huxley breaks down and pleads with me to come back, just keep right on walking.
You have no mercy, do you?
Well, it's his turn to cry a little. Oh, and keep looking at me when we walk past him. Goodbye, Captain Huxley. Captain, I said... Where is he?
In his quarters, flat on his back.
Oh, is he ill?
Well, it came upon him so suddenly. He was standing right here, full of vim and vigor, and then... Plump. Right on the floor.
Oh, no. Oh.
You don't have to wait around. Everything's all right now.
All right. How am I going to explain this to my psychiatrist?
You don't suppose she slipped by Evans, do you? Here she comes.
Is he all right?
Shh. He's sleepy now.
What's wrong with him?
He has a bad case of extrasensory vertigo.
What's that?
Who knows? The doctor took one look at him and threw up his hands.
Oh. Captain, this is Susanna. I've come back.
Oh, Miss Pomeroy. I'm sorry that I threw a cloud over your happiness.
Oh, I wasn't ready to get married anyway, sir. I'm going to stay right here on the Ocean Queen with you and Nugie and Cedric. Now, all you have to do is get well in a hurry.
All right, I'm well.
One thing about extrasensory vertigo, it doesn't last long.
No. Now, Miss Pomeroy, we're sailing next week, and I expect you to knuckle down and do your job.
Yes, sir. And, might I add, touche?
Yeah.